so that you will have access to it as many times as you would like. Also, others who were not able to join us today for the live webinar will be able to access that as well. So I do want to introduce those who are in the room with us today so that you know who's going to be speaking. We have Ms. Stovall as well as Ms. Letts. Ms. Betts unfortunately had another commitment this afternoon, but one of the other fourth grade teachers are going to present her information on her behalf. She did want me to share with you that if you have any questions at all about the language arts piece of fourth grade, do not hesitate to email her because she's happy to answer any questions that you have. Also in the room with us is Mr. Nama, our technology guru, and that's what he's doing. He's helping us to manage that on our end. But if you do have any questions about technology at St. Martin's, you can definitely put those into the chat option as well, and either Mr. Nama or I will answer those for you. So we are now going to actually jump in, and I'm going to turn it over to the fourth grade team.
Okay, hi, this is Julianne speaking. I'm going to go over some homeroom reminders. They're basically the same as first semester. Every morning we have some morning work that's on the board and it's to be completed each day. Your child might be bringing some of that home if they don't get it done during that morning work period or throughout the day. We still have spelling tests every Friday unless it's a short week, and we will announce when we do not have a test. Spelling list, coordinate with our RN or reading notebook pages. So you can find a list of words in that workbook as well as the link on Spelling City, which is on our website. For Wordly Wise, we'll still continue to do Wordly Wise tests every other week. And your child should be writing in their planner every day, but we encourage them and the parents to check the websites regularly for any kind of updates or assignments.
So parents, I did want to show you that on the website, our school website, when you log in, there is a great resource for you, and I don't know that many parents realize that this is a resource. I've asked Mr. Nama, and Mr. Nama can also chime in with this as well, but when you log into the school website, if you go to groups right here, when you click on that as a parent, it'll do a drop-down menu and it'll show you all of the groups that you as a parent are a member of. One of those groups is Parent Technology Resources, and I know this is the first year that students have one-to-one devices with iPads in the classroom, so this is going to be a great resource for you as well going forward because our one-to-one program continues all the way through 8th grade, and the students will transition to Chromebooks next year in 5th grade, and that's the device they will have through 8th grade. So if you ever have any questions about technology or want to see what we have made available to you as parents to help you navigate some things as well with your child, make sure that you use this resource. And once again, log into the school website, go up to the top to groups, select Parent Technology Resources, and it'll actually bring you to this page right here. And on this screen as well, it just shows you some of the topics that are available on that Parent Technology Resource. We have Google Apps for education. That will be most important when your child transitions to Google Chromebooks. Also, information about the school website. If you're having difficulties figuring out how to do something on the school website, our phenomenal technology team has created some tutorials that are under each of these topic sections that will help guide you. And if there's a topic that's not on there that you think would be beneficial for parents, please send me an email or Mr. Nama an email because we're always looking for ways that we can continue to help you in this area. And if you look toward the end of the portal page, there is also a 5th and 4th grade section. This is actually an old image that was pulled to demonstrate this for you. Mr. Nama said he's already updated that because right now it says 5th and 4th grade iPad program. 2 years ago, I believe we transitioned to Chromebooks for 5th grade. So just know that all that information is there. And then of course down at the bottom you see that option for digital citizenship at home. I know quite often parents are always looking for ways to help their child use technology in a more appropriate manner. This is a great place for you to go to get some resources to help you as you help your child navigate that outside of school.
All right, and this is Abby Letts, and I'll be talking about reading a little bit in the second semester. We just started our novel study on Turtle in Paradise, and we will be reading this book during the first part of the semester, but once it's finished, we'll return to the Journey series. We only have 2 more book reports this semester, and we'll also be adding book clubs in language arts. And our first report is actually on historical fiction. It's incorrect on the slide. I'm sorry about that, but the page went home in the yellow folders on Friday, and it's also posted on all of our websites. And it is due on February 25th.
Okay, so for language arts for Miss Betts, she will be starting book clubs in a few weeks. All the reading for the assigned pages and the roles that they are to be doing will be done at home. They're going to be writing a personal narrative and a descriptive writing this semester. They're going to have 3 more grammar tests, and then they're going to finish up with a fun group project where they write a script and create commercials. It's a group project. All right. So each student has been given their Go Math login, and they already have that, and they hopefully have been accessing that at home. It's a great way to practice, and each chapter I upload all the personal trainers. There's one for each lesson, and this is a great way for them to get extra help on any specific area that they need. We're in the middle of the fractions unit right now. We'll have a few more chapters on fractions, then we're going to move into geometry and measurement. We are still having our time test Tuesdays, and the kids will know about which facts are being tested prior to the Tuesday that they're having a test.
And parents, along the same lines with the Go Math Online, just a few reminders of how to access that. And I'll ask Ms. Stovall just to jump in whenever she feels like I'm not covering with you guys. But one of the reasons that we chose to go with Go Math was not only the way it allowed us to extend critical thinking with our students, but also that it has this wonderful online resource for parents and students. The way that you actually access the Go Math Online is through a website called Think Central, and that's the portal you use to actually connect to the Go Math resource online. When you actually access it via the Think Central website, it will come up with this screen first, and a reminder that you know country, you know state. But when you get to district, make sure that you are selecting private school. There are a lot of different options there. Once you select private school, that'll allow you under school to select St. Martin's. And we always recommend that you check mark that box, remember my school, because the next time you log in, it'll make the login process faster for you. And once you get logged in, it's going to take you to the student homepage screen. Now, under the things to do, you're not going to really see much from Ms. Stovall this year under things to do, because that's if she pushed an online assignment out to you, it would show there. Ms. Larson, however, in 5th grade math will utilize that occasionally. So it's good for students and for you to just be familiar with that. The most important section of the online math portal is My Library. And when you look at My Library, if you look over to the right of your screen, you're going to see that there are a lot of different options for your child to access. I would point out some of the major things there is the math tutorial videos, which are great to walk you through what Ms. Stovall and how Ms. Stovall is teaching in the class so that you can help your child with homework, as well as the student edition is available online here. And Ms. Stovall is going to jump in.
If you're looking at the screen on the right, on the left side where it says things to do, that's where when the students click on that, that takes them directly to a list of all the personal trainers that they can access for extra help.
And the My Personal Trainer is one of the big reasons we chose this program and its online presence. My Personal Trainer is adaptive technology, and when I say that, what that means is your child would do an initial assessment, and then the program will automatically adjust to what your child's needs are. So if they answer a few questions, and clearly this program is picking up on it, that this is a skill that they've mastered, they will continue to move them forward. If it's something that they haven't mastered, they'll continue to go back and have them practice those skills until they are mastered, and then will then push them forward.
All right, and for social studies, this semester we've picked up with the 13 colonies. We'll continue through the Revolutionary War and westward expansion. Just like last semester, you can expect projects interspersed with tests, and students can still earn extra credit by completing the study guide given out before the test. please continue to check the website for uploaded copies of notes in case anything gets lost. And then in other news, just so you guys know, we have 2 more field trips this semester, the High Museum on February 21st and the Fern Bank on April 1st. And look out for our Teacher for a Day Teacher Treasures at the Fling, where students can bid to be a teacher in any of the 3 4th grade classes.
Some other dates to remember on your screen. We have parent conferences coming up on the 22nd of February. ERB testing is the week of April 22nd. STEAM night is May 2nd. And you'll be getting some information about Mr. Hantz's webinar shortly.
Yeah, Liz will send out an invite to all of you. We're narrowing down on the dates. Mr. Hantz right now is currently away from work, hopefully starting some paternity leave because his wife is supposed to give birth this week. So we're looking at some dates in March when he'll be back with us and he'll be able to host webinars around this.
And then we have Field Day May 3rd and the Spring Choral Concert May 16th.
With the parent-teacher conferences, and I don't know if you guys are going to talk about this, but the Sign Up Genius links are going to be pushed out to parents on Monday, February 4th by 4 o'clock. I will push an announcement out to all of you on that date that if you haven't received something by 4 o'clock, just reach out to your child's homeroom teacher so that they can make sure you get that link and are able to sign up for conferences. Okay, so parents, we're transitioning now into our questions portion of the webinar. So just a reminder of how to submit a question. If you look down at the bottom of your device, you'll see a chat option. You click on that and you can type a question in. I will be moderating that and I will read the question aloud to everyone and then throw it out to the group and we will answer any questions you have. So now we're going to go into the awkward silence part of the webinar where we give you time to think if you have a question and to get it typed in. All right, parents, so we are going to assume that no one has questions right now. But as we end the webinar, if you do have questions that pop up in your brain, please don't hesitate to reach out to any of us. We are happy to answer those questions for you. And once again, just a reminder, this is being recorded. So you will be able to go back at a later date and watch back through it or listen back through it. And also, if you know someone who wasn't able to join us, they will be able to access it as well. Once we close out, Mr. Nam will get it uploaded to YouTube. Once he gets it to YouTube, he'll share the link with me, and then we will make sure that you guys know it is available. I do want to thank you for taking time out of your day to join us. We also welcome feedback on this format. As I shared, this is the second year we're doing this, and one of the reasons we've done it is we realize that we have parents who are engaged in a lot of things once they drop your child off at school, and we want to make sure that you can get the information when it's convenient for you and not necessarily requiring you to physically be on site with us. So feedback about this format is also appreciated, and thank you so much for joining us. Have a great Thursday, everyone.